What's up?
What's up?
What's going on, dude?
Not a whole lot. It's going pretty good, actually.
Yeah?
Pretty good day.
Get to move into our new space.
Yeah, I'm really excited.
Bit.
Finally moving downtown.
Downtown.
Nothing against your place, but we are...
outgrowing it.
Yes, everlasting outgrowing. And we need to... gotta let me spread my wings, Cap.
I know, man.
Let me fly. I'm peacock.
Yeah, so starting May 1st, we will actually have a new studio.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're also moving RMG to another spot, to another location, new office.
Yep.
So fun stuff.
More work, more clients.
More people, more clients. Yeah, it's getting out of hand.
Yeah. But I like it, though. That's good.
Awesome.
It's a good problem to have instead of not having anything.
Right, for sure.
Hey, we need to find some work.
I know, dude. I know.
It's nice to have a lot of work. So, yeah, so let's upgrade for our business and our podcast. So have different sounds.
That's right.
Can you hear me all right?
Oh, yeah, I can hear you good. Yep. Yeah, and as always, Drake and Adam here. This social, guys, you guys know it.
Hey, we're here.
It's been long enough now.
Yeah, I know you guys see it. It's we're bringing a few back.
Yeah, we're going to do the UV Blue and Gatorade, which is the gummy bear drink tonight.
Yeah, pretty excited.
Bringing that one back. I forget how it tastes, but I know it was pretty similar, though, to a gummy bear.
Honestly, all of the ones that we have tried have never disappointed.
No, I was about to say
really good. I've had some select favorites, but they've all have not disappointed.
We need to bring back the DiGiorno. Or not DiGiorno. That's pizza, isn't it? What is it called?
It's not
Di
Serrano. Yeah, Di Serrano.
The Di Serrano and ginger ale.
Yeah, that
tastes like cherries.
Oh man.
Yeah, and I'm a huge cherry fan. We go through probably, I want to say me and my daughters. My wife does not eat cherries, but me and my daughters probably go through 2 jars of cherries a week.
Yeah, I just walk into the office, have a jar cherry? Cool, man. Thank you.
I'm a huge cherry fan. The maraschino cherries.
So, we need to bring that one
place
back.
In my heart.
We always try to do a couple more new ones here and there and bring up some old ones because they're so delicious. Yeah. We want everyone to try all of them.
I know. I will say, though, if I had to name a top 5 right now, well, let's just go top 3.
Okay.
I would say definitely the peanut butter whiskey and the apple juice.
Yeah, that's really good.
That's really good. Amazing. And a complete game changer.
Okay.
I would say also the Di Serrano and the ginger ale.
That's really good. Cherries.
And then probably my third favorite, just because I'm a cherry fan, though, is the
Code Red?
No. Well, the Code Red and the raspberry rum, that was good because that tastes like Swedish fish. But because I'm a cherry fan, though, I like the cranberry juice and the raw vanilla. Dr. McGillicuddy's raw vanilla, because that tastes like a cherry pie. And that was absolutely amazing.
Very good. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
So there's so many good ones. You know what we should do sometime? Bring in 4 or 5 different types and just Russian roulette it and spin a wheel or something. Be what are we going to drink today? Got to get rid of this alcohol.
We most definitely should. Hey, we got a special guest on the show today, Megan Fisher from Voices of Prosperity. I don't know a lot about her business, so this is going to be an interesting show because I have a lot of questions. But yeah, I know it's a nonprofit organization. They do a lot to help people. And we're all in the business of helping people.
Oh, absolutely.
So yeah, super interested to talk to her about that, what all that entails. And I'm excited for the audience to hear too.
Yeah, I'm super excited to know, always.
Yeah, and she's a BNI member too from a different chapter.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so.
I didn't know. I mean, I might have known, but I don't remember. Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah, we shot a commercial for them.
Oh, that's right.
At the coffee shop.
But I didn't know she was part of the BNI.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, we shot a commercial for, we shot the commercial, but we didn't actually produce it.
Right,
we didn't edit it or anything.
Right.
So.
Still really cool, though.
Yeah. So we got to meet some cool people, though, that she's helped, doing whatever they do.
Yeah.
So it seems like there's a magnitude of things that they do. So, so interested to see what all that's about.
Yeah, I'm really excited.
So
see what we got going on.
Cool. Well, let's get the show rolling. The Social Guys coming at you right back. Later. Roll it. Hey, welcome back to the show. The Social Guys here.
Hey.
As always, the show is brought to you by Clue Studio. Thank you for the studio. And the show is brought to you by RMG Reigns Management Group, the digital marketing team.
Yay.
So, Megan, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely.
Good to see you again. We're just talking about your commercial, and I was like, that's right. We did do her commercial. I'm like, I know.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was the first ever thing I've ever published on YouTube, so I'm trying to be gentle with myself on that.
So
That's cool.
tell us a little bit about Voices of Prosperity. What all does that entail?
It entails a lot.
Yeah.
Essentially, we help people relax and be creative. The whole entire idea came out of a class project when I was at Ohio State Lima.
Yeah.
I took a course that was all about poverty and why people wind up there and what keeps them there. And the teacher gave us, come up with a plan that would help people in poverty in some way. I had no clue what I was going to do, waited till like 9 p.m. the night it was due, sat down, said a little prayer, typed it out, and when my teacher returned, not only did I get an A, but she's like, I think you should make this a real deal. Like, do this
Nice.
for real.
Oh,
So I did.
awesome. Cool.
Nice. So how does it begin? I mean, where'd you start at?
So I started with a board of directors.
Yeah.
I asked one of the students that I had been in school with. He's a mixed man. And I feel like my board is really intentional with representing diversity and the folks who live around Lima.
Sure.
And we just naturally merged. And so from there, we got the board, we got all the legal stuff. Didn't get a space until just a few months ago. So we did mobile workshops.
Okay.
We just,
Oh, right on.
I'd bring 2 big old bags, we'd pop in, put everything up, and tote it out when we were done.
Nice.
Oh, sweet.
Nice. Speaking of relaxing, how about we get this drink rolling?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Start
So,
with the alcohol.
like we said earlier on the intro, we have UV Blue, which is a college favorite, and then we have Yellow Gatorade. Now, you combine these two, a 50-50 mix, and it tastes just like a gummy bear.
Yeah. If you haven't had a gummy bear, so sorry. You're missing out.
Green is my favorite color, so if these mix the way I think they will, I'm sure it'll be tasty.
Oh, absolutely. So we'll have you, Megan. We're gonna have you try this first.
Okay.
We want to get your reaction on it.
I like the ice balls.
Right? I know.
Make it nice
It's like
and,
next level.
I know.
We got to keep it real.
We're stepping up our game here.
Yeah. Especially with how much we drink.
That's good.
Yeah.
Does it taste like a gummy bear?
Ish.
Ish.
Okay.
Ish. Close enough, I would say.
Give it a little mixer, mister.
Yeah, I can't remember what it tastes like.
Oh, that's a true delight of what that tastes like.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Tastes a little bit like some sort of a gummy bear.
Yeah.
I'm sure we may have got a different little different,
Yeah. Different percentages of mix here.
but all in all, it does taste really good. That
Reminds me
is-
of the yellow gummy bears.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah. Like
This
the
is-
lemon lime a little
UV
bit.
Blue is raspberry flavored vodka, and then of course we used lemon lime.
Yeah.
So yeah, that tastes really good. Another dangerous beverage that you
UV
won't know
Blue
until it hits you until
Bombsicle.
you're on your third or fourth. Yeah, that's what it's called. Bombsicle.
Does that make it bomb diggity?
I don't know. It's almost like a blue raspberry type of
Say that on
vodka,
the
I think.
front when you go to the back.
Yeah.
UV bombsicle. Okay.
So back to Voices of Prosperity now. So give us some information here on. You said it entails a lot. So break it down for us.
So we kind of have 2 legs of the business. We
Okay.
have services that are open for the general community. You come, pay your admission, have a wonderful time, and leave. Then we also really specifically go to underserved or vulnerable populations. So we work with Allen County Board of DD. We went to some of the homeless shelters, some of the drug and alcohol or mental health treatment centers.
Yeah.
During a workshop, we always start with a relaxation exercise. Sometimes it's meditation, sometimes it's yoga.
Oh, nice.
Sometimes it's educational.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then we do expressive art. So
Yeah.
the cool thing, you don't have to be good at art. You just have to allow
Participate.
yourself to do it. Yes. Yes. Totally abstract.
Now we know you might not like art, but you're gonna do it today.
yeah, right.
Very beneficial.
Now, so I'm new to the whole meditation game and yoga game, and I've been doing it now for about 4 weeks, and I have found peace with that. Being a business owner, it is sometimes, a lot of the times, very stressful.
Of course.
And it's hard to let go of like kind of that cloudiness in your mind and just everything. And I've learned through my trainer, thank you, Rebecca, that I have to be able to release those things at times, to be able to kind of just come to peace with the fact that I'm alive.
Absolutely.
And it was very hard for me at first. She says that I do very well at it, but it is something that you kind of have to concentrate on for a minute, and then once you're in that trance or that, just that mind space, it can be life changing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It really is.
Get in the mind zone.
Yeah, it is crazy. I mean, it really alters my mindset for the rest of the day. Because
Absolutely.
usually I do it in the mornings.
Seems like it'd be the best time.
Yeah,
Morning or night when you're going to sleep, just to kind of let it all
Yeah,
go.
I don't do it a lot. I probably do it once a week. Usually on Wednesdays.
So it's not an everyday thing.
No, it's not an everyday
I don't know.
thing.
I may have meditated a couple of times, but it was like in class or like somewhere where they're just like where everyone's gathered, like, okay, let's just try this or something like that.
That's called zoning out, Adam.
No, right. It makes sense why there's so many of them. I was so one with myself. So one with myself. No, but maybe twice or three times, but it was just like it wasn't like no professional trainer or anything. They're just like in class or in school. They're just like, let's try this out. We just happened to talk about it. So
yeah, it's crazy.
it's been years ago, so I can't imagine getting into it now. I'm sure
Yeah,
it's a big load off.
Yeah, well, to be honest, I don't think I could do it by myself. The fact that she kind of like talks me through it.
Of course, the guidance.
Yeah. That's what I think. That's what puts me there.
And I think, too, mindfulness or meditation can be a daily practice.
Sure.
But with anything that we do every day, sometimes it loses that specialness of it.
Yeah.
What I have found personally of incorporating meditation in my life is patience.
Yeah.
I'm a trauma survivor. My natural instinct, like when stuff pops off, I get rah, rah, rah.
So what happened?
Oh, God, so much. Honestly, I'm lucky to still be alive. This is like
Really?
bonus life for me. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you're still
Yeah. No kidding.
This is truly bonus life for me.
Well, welcome. Thank you.
Thank you.
bonus, Jonas.
Blessing us. Yeah.
Yes.
So can you go into it a little bit?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, growing up, I lived in poverty. Both of my parents were addicted to drugs and alcohol. My mom was doing the best she could. She was an incredible mom, but she had her own mental health and drug challenges,
Sure.
which obviously affected me and my younger sister. Once I moved out when I was 16, that same year my mom had went to prison. So the thought of like going back home or that safety net was really diminished for me.
Like for drug abuse then?
Yeah. She was on probation and she was really trying to like do what she was told, but the nature of addiction is it relapses. It flares up. It's not always something that folks can control through pure willpower.
Yeah.
Right.
And I learned that really early on with my mom. So once she had went to prison and I moved out on my own, I pretty much kind of never looked back. I mean, I struggled. I became homeless multiple times.
Really?
With 2 little children. 4 times, actually.
Oh my gosh.
And during that, I was also in a very abusive relationship.
Wow, that's
And
never good.
It wasn't. I didn't know it at the time. It didn't
Sure.
feel good, but at the same time, it didn't feel totally wrong either.
Yeah.
Growing up the way that I did, there was...
Yeah.
it was almost like the norm for you.
Yeah,
Exactly,
it was.
yeah.
There was
Yeah.
a lot of mixed messages about how does like a functioning normal adult live.
Sure.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if I still know.
Yeah. Who doesn't know?
Yeah, right. True. That's very true.
Yes. So I was in that relationship about 8 years. I had separated 5 times. The national average for a survivor of domestic violence is 7 before they actually like leave that relationship permanently. So I'm really proud it only took me 5.
Yeah. Good job.
And ever since then, like, I've just kind of soared in life. I've got multiple degrees, a new husband, a new house, a business
Hell
now.
yes.
Good for you.
Like, cut the rock and
Yeah.
the balloon sword.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Mary Poppins, y'all.
Yeah. I learned a lot. Now he and I co-parent very well. We actually have a great relationship for our kids. And it still leaves scars, of course. But at the same time, I acknowledge we both were kind of hurting people that came with a past, and we did the best we could, and it was really messed up. But,
You live and learn, and now you said you have 2 kids, so you can teach them right and wrong the way you know the best you can.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nothing's wasted. I believe like all things work together for good, and even those things that are meant to destroy you somehow with the right perspective and the right steps, it's all good. It all comes around.
Yeah, and it's crazy because you hear, we've met many people now on this show, obviously, and there's so many people that we've talked to, and I don't want to say so many, but there's a good handful of people that we've talked to that have dealt with some sort of trauma in their life.
On and off the air. We talked to so many people.
But I mean, they've dealt with so much trauma in their life, and they're so much better from that. But it's still, I don't know. See, I've never dealt with that personally, so I can't say I know what those people go through or you yourself go through. But I will say, though, you can definitely see that those stepping stones are what make them who they are today.
That's absolutely right.
And that attests to their character, who they are as a person. And it's incredible that you and those other people that we've met and talked to, you know, that they're where they're at today.
Yeah.
Because that path could have been
totally different.
Completely different.
It's really what fuels me to do the work that I do, to be on the grind like I am. Like just today, I've been up and awake since 6 a.m., working since 6 a.m., doing something, talking to someone, computer something, leading a workshop. I literally just left a dance party. We were karaokeing. Like, you know, it's different things all the time, but I do it because I know what it's like to walk through that fire. And now I am blessed to be able to carry buckets back for those who are still there.
Awesome. And help them out and kind of shine a little light on the dark they may have, you know, went through, and be like, hey, I've been there.
Yeah. And in every way, you know, being seen, being heard, feeling like you belong in your neighborhood and in your family, like that's a basic human right that most humans have no clue how that truly feels.
Yes.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. Now, so with Voices of Prosperity, I'm trying to think of the question to ask you here, or how to ask it. Basically, what I want to know is the things that you do. So you said you do a magnitude of things, and we kind of dived into a little bit of how you basically create these workspaces for, now is it homeless people? Is it people that are addicted? What's the demographic that you're looking for to attend these things?
Depends what we're doing.
Okay.
So in a nutshell, so we are a nonprofit. I don't own the business. I just manage it, and I founded it. So we have a support group for young adults with developmental disabilities. They are friends. They come. They pick what they want to do. We have birthday parties and social events. We have booty yoga that's open for mostly women. We did have a gentleman one time, and he really hung in there great, but I don't know that any man would be comfortable doing that.
I'd probably be pretty comfortable going to that one.
Give a little spiral structure.
It's like, I feel natural, but my booty's hurting. Count me out, coach.
Oh, I thought you said gluten-free.
The fun part, it's BUTI. It stands for The Cure Is Within.
Gotcha.
It's kind of a combination of like primal movements and a traditional yoga flow. So you sweat. I mean, you get a total dynamic workout, but you're like flopping some arms or like doing a little shimmy. And it's kind of a nice combo of dance and fitness.
You ever done hot yoga?
No, God, no. I don't want anything to do with that.
My wife does that.
Does she?
Yeah, she goes to hot yoga once a week. Yeah.
My best friend has been on that for like 5 years, and it's like a whole thing now. I'm not so sure I'm ready for that.
I feel like I did hot yoga for 9 years, but I don't know if I did the moves. Just living in Texas for 9 years.
Right.
Sweat every day. So I was like, dude, I'm good. I'm good on the hot yoga.
Yeah, if I can't breathe,
I walk to work
I'm
in
not
Texas.
going.
That is hot yoga.
It's like I tie my shoes for work, and I break a sweat. I'm like, this is not good. This is hot yoga. All right, now hold. Swoop the bunny loop.
Oh, that's so funny.
God.
So I would say, as far as like target demographic, there really is not one. Our whole mission is to empower children, teens, and adults from all walks of life with personal well-being through creative expression. We believe that wellness is on a wheel. Yeah. So say you're struggling financially, you're probably going to be grumpy with your wife. Your belly might not function the same.
Sure.
You're going to have other consequences.
Be frustrated, yeah.
When you improve one area, then it naturally improves others. And creativity and problem solving are the same place in the brain.
Yes.
So if you're having a hard time thinking outside the box, paint, scratch, get it out, and you might be surprised that you find your answers. I've seen it over and over again. It's really phenomenal.
You ever done like a rage room?
No, but I'd really love that.
Just get all like, I think I've seen them get all dressed
team
up.
You should like team up with like a what do you
Gallagher?
No, what?
I would love that.
What do they call those? The wrecking places or whatever, like a junkyard.
A junkyard.
Team up with like a junkyard and grab some sledgehammers and go beat the shit out of a car.
I have a whole lot of moms with like 5 kids that I bet would be all about that.
For real. I mean,
cool.
talk about like getting some rage out and stuff like that. That'd be top notch.
A lot of times now we do it with repeatedly poking something or scratching back and forth with a pastel or something.
Gotcha.
Paintbrushes aren't quite as effective, but anything with a point on it where you can really dull it out.
Sure.
That's my paint dab. You scribble with the paint, and then you dab the paint back, and you go scribble with it.
I thought that was the new dance move.
That's mine.
Nice.
Dibs.
Nice. Dibs. So that's interesting, though. What else is there? What else do you guys do?
Do we do? So we have the yoga. We have the new social group for adults with disabilities. We have, so our traditional service is called Creative Wellness.
Okay.
That's where we have 45 minutes to an hour of meditation of some form. All the things we do are like evidence-based, science. They're health-based. They're not religious-based.
Yeah.
The benefit is the spiritual growth, but that's not the purpose. And then we follow it with expressive art. So some of the activities we've done are pour painting.
Okay.
So you literally dump it. You can't control where it goes. You just have to trust as you're moving that where the paint
you can
goes,
move
it
the
goes.
Whole entire.
You tilt and sway. You can blow it.
Can you
use a
spin
hair
it
dryer.
like a pizza?
Yep, you can.
Oh my gosh, that feels like it's out of control.
It is, but it's
Fun.
It's fun. It's
Yes.
It's like purposefully out of control.
I feel like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in Winning Time when the coach is like he's like, hey, we're just gonna do a consistent offense of nothing but fast running, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's like, yeah, that's called chaos.
He's like, exactly.
Yeah,
That's what
exactly.
it's supposed to. He's like, oh, okay.
Touche.
I think we can work that. It's like, that's what I want. Yes.
Yeah.
I think our most loved, it's a Japanese art form called kintsugi, and it believes that when something is flawed and put back together with gold, it's actually more valuable because the gold highlights the flaws. So we've done it 3 times now. We literally take a hammer, break a piece of pottery, a plate, and we put it back together with gold epoxy. And there's a whole story with it, what each thing represents.
That would be cool.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Wabi sabi is the art
Wabi
form.
sabi.
Yes.
Never forget that.
No, I hold no. That's going to be his new computer password, just so you know.
Wabi sabi. Wabi sabi. I just walk down the hall. Wabi sabi. Ziti fly.
Tsetse fly.
Wabi sabi. That's pretty cool. That's awesome, though. I like that.
So you do all these things, and you do all these workshops, right? Is that what you call them? Or
Workshops,
like skill
yes.
shops, or so? And you do these with kids, teenagers,
Adults, disabled, addicted, homeless, all of them.
Where does do you have a story for us of like at one point to where you just know it helped, whether a family or something? I'm sure you have many, but I mean, what
There's 2 that really come to mind. So the first one was a gentleman who he had served 3 tours of duty in Iraq. He identified as a war dog. He had never painted before in his life. As far as relaxation stuff, I don't know what he was familiar with and what he wasn't, but this was his first time ever coming to a VOP workshop. He comes in, he settles right in, he brought his girlfriend along. And we do an intuitive painting. So that means you don't start with a plan. You literally let your hand dip in whatever color first stands out to you, and you just start putting it on. And next thing you know, a picture will evolve.
Yeah.
And at the end, he had like only 2 little tears, kind of come out.
Yeah.
We always finish with asking the question, if your art had a voice, what would it say? And so you kind of have this little conversation with whatever you've created.
Yeah.
And as he shared his story and he's looking at his artwork and he's turning it and seeing all these pictures, he's like, I never knew that I could be an artist. Like, I'm a war dog and I just had fun doing this.
Yeah.
And I kind of feel like an idiot for it, but I want to do it again.
Nice.
That's awesome.
So awesome. A lot of my family members are veterans. It's like a very special population to me.
Yeah, just kind of bringing something out that you never
would have never
could help or
expected.
way go above and beyond.
Yeah.
And I had a little boy. He was 11. I didn't know his story at the time. We do our little relaxation. That night was called a body scan. So you lay down, I kind of guide through each little area, and you just observe whatever sensations or feelings might be there.
Yeah.
Okay.
And at the end, when I asked him, like, how do you guys feel? Like, how are you? He said, I never knew I could be so comfortable. And the fact that he said comfortable versus relaxed tells me he's not used to feeling comfortable. He's not used to letting that guard down.
Yeah.
Come to find out, his dad is like serving life in prison.
Oh,
he has
man.
been pushed from school to school, totally has lived a very, very challenging life in his few years. And to know that, like, I held the space for this young man to say he felt comfortable.
At 11.
At 11. Like,
That's
you can't put
insane.
words on that to me. Like,
Man.
that's my paycheck right
Really
there.
Yeah.
going from a last minute planning to help, make a plan to a full-time gig where you're really helping people. That's a
In 1 year.
That's
we just
awesome.
celebrated
Oh, just 1 year? Nice.
March
That is
31st was
awesome.
1 year. Yeah.
Nice.
last minute planning. You're just like, all right, this is a full-time gig now, man. I know
We've seen almost 600
awesome.
people in our first year.
that is
insane.
cool.
And that's all Lima area for the most part?
For the most part, we have a few that come from Bluffton or Findlay, a few Wapak people, but
Yeah.
Just trying to get the
most
word
of
out
it's
to
Lima.
people to help out.
Okay.
That's the closest area, probably.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It is so cool. I didn't know this is what I would be doing. Like, I was a hairdresser for 15 years.
Right.
Like, my favorite things to do were makeup and wedding and prom hairdos, where I could be creative. And then I got tired of working nights and weekends and having no benefits. Went back to school. I've been in college for so many years. I'm finishing 11. I'm graduating in 2 weeks with my master's.
Okay, Van Wilder.
Nice.
11 years. I know. I'm like kind of hooked now.
It's like Bert Kreischer.
I'm gonna come
He's
back
like,
and teach.
You know the comedian Bert Kreischer? No. He has a line in one of his stand-ups, and he says, I was in college longer than grunge music was around.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
That's crazy, though. I mean, exactly. To start out as a project, for school, and then it just turns into something remarkable where you're actually really touching people's lives. Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm still blown away that 11-year-old kid can finally feel comfortable. That's mind-blowing to me.
Yeah.
I mean,
never would think you're doing. Who we just have on the last one? Allison.
Yeah.
Who was going to went to school to be a nurse.
yeah.
Now she's like, I run 2 restaurants now. Like, what? How did you go to be a nurse?
Yeah.
And then that's like, oh man, you never know.
Yeah.
I mean, I really identify with that. Like, I went to college. I got an associate's in human services and behavioral health. I worked as a drug and alcohol counselor for a little while with that. Mm-hmm. And then I moved on to my bachelor's in social work, now my master's in social work, to be a clinical therapist, to give the diagnoses and the therapies. And honestly, I don't know that I want anything to do with that now. I would rather just approach you like, dude, I've been there too. Let me have your back, you have mine, and we're going to figure this thing out together.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's really weird.
Just really hands-on and just get to know the people you're really want to work with and help.
Yeah.
Which is really cool.
So,
That's awesome.
not to turn this completely the other way, but on the show, we do have questions.
All right.
So, how do you get paid?
To this point, I personally have not been paid one penny.
Okay.
The business gets paid through sales for workshops.
Sure.
We've received grants.
Sure.
We have had tons and tons of support from local small businesses where they want to sell a particular item or a flavor. And we actually just recently got put into the federal website to be able to bid on state and federal contracts and jobs
Nice.
that way.
Oh, right on.
So I look forward
That's
to
cool.
that really opening some doors.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, you've been doing everything you've been doing right now for free?
100%.
So,
Not for much longer though, because baby needs to be paid. But-
I get it. So, I mean, do you have a job other than this then?
I do some hair on the side, but
Okay.
on Mondays I work at Coleman Health Services as an intern.
Okay.
For my master's, I have so many hours I'm required to do as a field
you're busy.
placement.
So you got 2 weeks left, right?
I have one more Monday and then one more week of assignments.
Nice.
So close.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank
That's
you.
awesome.
That's crazy. Yeah, I mean, I was just curious, I mean, I'm not saying that everybody gets paid to do what they love, but
Well, I will.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
just haven't yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Up until we got our studio space in January, we were only hosting 2 paid workshops per month, but we were giving them away for free to everyone because we were new. No one heard of this concept. No one else does what I do.
To get the word out.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
And I needed to know, is this worth doing?
Sure.
If I'm
Yes.
going to put all this in, does it actually help people?
And you
Right,
said
right.
600 plus people?
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Over half of them were multiple returns too.
Yeah.
So
That is so cool.
that's awesome. That's crazy though. I'm happy for you. Really
Thank
am
you.
happy
Yeah,
for you.
that is really cool.
to turn something
Especially
that-
helping people out and
Yeah.
and
but
to start with nothing but a dream and prayers.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
truly, that was what I started with. And I personally put
it was all a dream.
$5,000 investment in the beginning and stretched as far as that baby would stretch. And now here we are.
So now, so you have 2 kids at home?
Actually, I have 5 children.
5 kids now.
Okay.
I have 3 of my own. My husband has 2, and together we have a big, beautiful blended family.
There you go.
Brady Bunch.
There you go.
Yes.
Yeah, Brady Bunch there. So now, and what does your husband do?
He works at P&G.
Okay. Yeah.
He's very
Gamble.
introverted while I am the social butterfly. So he holds down the wall while I engage other people.
That's awesome.
That is cool. That's cool. So, what's the future look like for you? What's the future for VOP?
Yeah, what's the end game?
I see it. So I'm working on now looking for a second location. Right now we are at the Herod Event Center, which is wonderful. It is a great studio space, and it's really not accessible for people who don't drive,
Right.
people who don't live in that neighborhood.
Sure.
So I'm looking to add a second location. As far as the future, I think I'm still figuring that out. I know it definitely includes me having a salary and a larger team.
You're a year in. It's still very new.
You got 1 year. Who knows what's
I'm
gonna
a
be in the
miracle
next
believing
year.
kind of person. To me, a year feels like a really long time. To everyone else that has ran a business and didn't get paid for a really long time, they're like, girl, you're just getting started. So, I don't know. I truly feel deep in my gut that I will be a millionaire one day. So I plan to have multiple streams of income. I have a few other like business ideas that I've been sitting on for a long time.
It's awesome.
So I don't know what it will come.
Yeah.
It just takes with one idea.
Yeah.
Oh, you had this.
Hey, is there anything like
One in
VOP
people.
anywhere else?
There is a studio in Findlay that does expressive art and Reiki. But as far as making it available and accessible to underserved or, conquering those barriers of people to access, I've not been aware of anywhere else.
So what's to stop you from growing it nationwide?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
There you go.
I'm a yes woman.
There's the end game.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's the
I
end
hope
game.
one day to be like, in New York City one day and then like California for dinner or something.
Perfect. Call me on your way there.
I will.
I'm helping.
We'll have like an awesome ribeye somewhere.
Yeah, that sounds
And I'm helping all my people all over the
Do I
world.
get fed grapes on the G5?
Yes. Absolutely.
Awesome. Well, hey, you've seen the show before. We're going to get into some Would You Rathers first, actually, this time, instead of the rapid fire. And the end game of this will tell you why. So, Adam, why don't you go ahead with the Would You Rathers here, man?
Alrighty. First one. Would you rather spend 30 days in a prison for $10,000 a day or swim with sharks for $5,000 a minute? So go to prison, spend 30 days in prison for $10,000. So what? That's $300,000.
Yeah.
And there's no max on the shark.
No.
So just swim with sharks for $5,000 a minute.
I'll go with baby beluga, like baby whale sharks.
Whale shark.
Yeah, baby whale sharks, and I'm gonna get that money.
It's gotta be great whites.
Great white, not a SeaWorld. It's like out in the Great White
20-foot great
Yeah,
whites.
it's
Like we just watched.
I'm going to jail. Yeah, if it's that case, I'm going to jail.
I'm probably doing the same thing. I am not swimming. I mean, I wouldn't say I have a.
Have you ever seen that chick, Ocean Ramsey?
No.
Oh, she just
my
swims with sharks. Like they're
gosh.
coming right at him, like swimming in the ocean.
There's like 4 people in the ocean, like
swims right
with
next to it,
a
and rubbing it. I'm like,
20-foot
that's
great
nuts.
white.
Yeah,
That's the next level bravery.
I'm still doing the prison.
Me
She
too.
don't have balls, but she's got them.
She got him.
She got them.
Gosh. All right. Would you rather have a
Bigger
mullet?
than Caitlyn Jenner's.
Would you rather have a mullet for a year or be bald for 6 months with no wigs? Ooh. Rather have a mullet for a year or be bald for 6 months.
I think I'm going bald.
Bald?
I'm
Yeah.
going, I'm going bald, bro.
Bald's beautiful, baby.
Okay. I can try to pull
Yes, it
up
is.
bald. I have to grow my beard back out.
I did have a mullet one time on accident. I had a really bad haircut and I got made fun of it. So I'm not trying
You're a
to, like,
hairstylist.
revisit that. I didn't cut my own hair. Someone else jacked me up.
Oh my gosh.
I was like, oh, I thought you said the Billy Ray Cyrus.
Yeah,
like,
no.
No, I said Miley.
I would probably. I mean, I could try either one.
You could, like we said on the last show, you could definitely rock a mullet.
I would try it.
Yeah.
I would
As long as your hair is, you would have culture shock if you were to go from that to bald.
I know. I've had it.
His sides are pretty much shaved already.
You just shave the sides all the way
Yeah.
around. But I've had a time where I was younger, where this is probably like the third or fourth time I grew my hair out because I grew it up for Locks of Love. But the first time I cut it like from long now to like really short.
Yeah.
And it just felt weird. I couldn't get used to it for so long. I see my reflection in like windows and stuff. I'm like, Oh my gosh, that's me.
Yeah.
I've had long hair.
He used to have the little spike hair in high school.
I've had so many. So if you go at all my high school photos, all my school photos from kindergarten to
he looks like the
to senior, up to about third grade and senior, it's different hairstyle.
Yeah,
that is
every
cool.
single one.
Yeah, you had the faux hawk for a while. You had faux hawks before faux hawks were faux hawks.
Yeah. I didn't know what to call them. I was like,
Yeah.
hey, look at my mohawk.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's a faux hawk.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
You did though. You rocked that
Yeah,
whole senior
I
year.
did, yeah. Would you rather eat only steaks for a year or not eat any steak for 5 years? So only steak for a year or anything but steak for 5 years?
I would say probably anything but steak because I love fruit and veggies, and carbs and sweets, cookies. I mean, I couldn't give all that up just for steak.
Could you survive eating just steak every day? Wouldn't
Give
that
me
hurt your heart?
all the red meat.
Wouldn't that would stop your
Give
heart?
me all of it.
Oh my god,
Bro,
You'd be in hog heaven.
I will brisket the shit out of some steak, bro. Give me all the steak for a year straight.
But that's it. No sides.
Nothing. I
Nothing.
don't need
Just straight steak.
Screw
Hell
the
no.
potatoes.
Bro, I am a meat
Let me
eater.
come over halfway, like 6 months later, and be like, "So what you got today?"
Man, it's beef.
Steak, man. steak.
Would you rather be able to teleport anywhere in the world for 10 minutes and back once a day, or be able to fly but only at a walking speed 5 inches above the ground? So
Okay, I'm going to need you to repeat that.
So would you rather be able to teleport anywhere in the world for 10 minutes and back once a day? So you can teleport somewhere for 10 minutes and back once a day. Once it hits that time the next day, you're like, anywhere. Or be able to fly, but only at a walking speed 5 inches above the ground.
That to me sounds like cruel and unusual punishment. So I'm going to go teleport.
Right.
I would teleport for 10 minutes.
I was thinking about that too. I'm like, okay, you can fly. Walking speed, power walking is still really slow.
Yeah.
But you can't fly over anything. You
And
gotta-
only 5 inches off the ground, that makes me feel kind of like a bug.
Yeah. I feel like I'm gonna run into something. That
I was
walking
made to
speed.
soar, not linger
No
over
kidding.
the
Gotta let
sidewalk.
me fly, Cap.
Set me free.
Yeah, so I would probably do the teleport anywhere in the
Yeah,
world
I'm
for 10
doing
minutes and
teleporting.
back. That's pretty cool.
You can teleport anywhere, right?
Anywhere for,
yeah.
for 10 minutes and then teleport back once a day.
It's like,
So I go to Antarctica, hang out with the penguins for 10 minutes.
oh,
Yeah.
that's
Be like, man,
way
that-
too cold for me.
But you're back no matter what. In 10 minutes, you're like,
minutes.
oh, thank God I'm back.
Teleport
Oh,
back to Texas from Antarctica, be like, oh my gosh, going to shock.
All right, would you rather?
Go to a Clippers game or something like that for 10 minutes.
I'd be like, whoop, LeBron.
Oh, he was just about to dunk it.
Sabotage someone.
I got zapped back. Damn.
Would you rather go on the Millennium Force or a slingshot?
Ooh, definitely Millennium Force.
Millennium Force.
Slingshot was one and done.
Yep.
I'm
Never
over
again.
that. Never again.
What was worse? Or do you like roller coasters and stuff?
I do like roller coasters.
I'm not a roller
I love
coaster
it.
fan.
Millennium
Love
Force is
it.
actually my favorite Cedar Point ride ever.
Mine too.
I try to tell my
So
Texas
why
people,
didn't you like the slingshot?
How could anyone?
Dude, I had a
It
hard
was
time.
not cool.
No?
I don't
Did
mind.
it just like jerk you all around?
It's like a zip and it spins you real fast and you kind of.
Yeah, you kind of boing back and
sounds
forth.
I did
awful.
one where it was like two
be-
arms spinning, but they like.
I'd be like the
like a
Sandlot
slingshot
kids,
flipping.
dude, on any of those things.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, thank
Not.
you. I'm eating too much steak
not
to do
good.
shit like that.
I think the Millennium Force is definitely my favorite Cedar Point. At Kings Island, I like Black Diamond. Literally, the first time I rode it, it went
Okay.
so fast, it pulled my ponytail holder out of my hair. I'm like, I am
awesome.
about this. Like, it was
Dang.
gone. Yes.
I think. Which one has the Cyclone?
The Cyclone.
This one has like a loop-de-loop in it.
Oh, that's. I think that's
Kings Island?
Kings Island.
That was my
I want to say that's Face Off at Kings Island.
Oh,
okay.
Where you go around and you come up and then you go backwards.
Well,
Cyclone
no,
might
it's not
be-
backward. It's just
No?
a regular roller coaster, but it just has one loop-de-loop. The only way that I say
Oh, you're talking about the corkscrew?
Corkscrew
not
at
the
Cedar
corkscrew,
Point.
not that one. It's just one. Just you're going straight and just go upside down. Reason why I say that because that was my first time ever riding an upside down roller coaster,
Yeah.
and I was terrified terrified. I'll be asking people in line as a little kid, like, "Hey, does this roller coaster go upside down?" And my dad's behind me. He's just like, "Mm-mm." And they're just like, "Nah." Literally got up to the front, asked the dude who's running. I'm like, "Is it go upside down?" He's like, "Yeah." My dad's like, I just walk across. So finally, the year after that, I worked up courage, where it was like instantly like pure terror going upside down, and then once I go upside down and come back down and realize I'm alive, it goes, "Oh yeah!" It was great. So I couldn't remember what that where that was at. So
like the first roller coaster I remember I rode was the Iron Dragon.
Cedar Point.
And,
that one.
And then the Mantis.
Yes, stand-up one.
Yeah, yeah.
That was
I
your
could
first
never do
one.
that.
Those are my first two
Those
ever.
are all great.
But I loved them.
Yeah.
That was when I was like 13 years old or whatever.
Okay.
Loved doing those.
Yeah.
I have not rode a roller coaster since.
Really?
I take that back. Yeah. Well, it was the same year we went to Disney World.
Okay.
And I did like Space Mountain and stuff.
Oh, cool. Space Mountain. I've been there
yeah.
one time when
Yeah.
I was 10 years old.
Yeah.
I went to
yeah.
Disney around Christmas time, and I'm never going back.
No?
Was it busy?
It was busy. I felt lost. You couldn't just sit down and eat whenever you want to because of since COVID, you have to like pre-plan where you're going. You have to make a
okay.
reservation.
Oh, did the lights
Even
just
the
go out
walk
again?
up, you
I
have
think
to.
the lights just went out.
Oh no!
Yeah. You said the bad word.
What's that?
Divock. It's a backwards word.
Go.
Cursed.
Coronavirus.
Coronavirus.
Yeah, literally, like you're there. You have no idea if you've
she's
never
out.
been there.
She's
You
out.
don't know where you are, nor do you know where you're going, and you can't eat when you're hungry.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, so during the pandemic, it was just
I just went like in December of this last year, and it still was like that.
really. Mm-hmm. So you're just trying to get out of there. You're just like, this is not fun.
On top of my 5 kids and husband. Yeah, it was an adventure.
Gosh, I can't imagine. That seems like
Thank
a
you.
blast.
Absolutely.
That was so fantastic.
Would you rather always take a cold shower or be forced to eat oatmeal every meal?
Oh, cold shower, baby.
Cold shower?
Yeah, for
Okay.
sure.
Yeah, I can't eat oatmeal every meal.
Just oatmeal, or you just have to take a bite?
I think you have to eat oatmeal every meal.
How much?
Woman
though?
cannot live on oatmeal alone.
I mean, you have oatmeal, but like, okay, for dessert, we're gonna have oatmeal and take a couple bites. I'm like,
With strawberries on it.
I'd go cold shower.
I'd
Cold
rather take
shower.
a cold shower. Yeah,
I like my steak too much.
you might need oatmeal with all your steak. All right. Would you rather have Jedi powers or Power Ranger abilities?
Ooh, Power Rangers for sure.
Go Power
Yes.
Source Rex.
Yes. That's tough for me. I'm Jedi powers.
Triceratops.
In this case,
Mastodon.
just because it's Jedi or Power Rangers, I'm going Power Ranger powers.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, regardless if you know how to do martial arts or anything, you can transform into your power suit, and I'm calling a Megazord, and I'm just going to stomp you out. Let's be real. Jedi,
I mean, I think from our generation, we have to choose Power Ranger
Have
abilities.
to.
it's good stuff.
I mean, although Jedi powers, I mean, that was
That
our
would be
generation
awesome, too.
Well, and before ours.
It'd be great. It'd be
Yeah.
great to have Jedi powers.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know. That's tough. Let's
That is
move
a
on
tough
before I
one.
change my answer. That's a tough one. All right, and last one. Would you rather eat the sourest candy out there or some of the hottest gummy bears? The most
I'm going to go sour.
Sour? Okay.
It's a good thing you said that because we have for you from Great Britain the Barnett sourest candy.
Oh.
Yes.
Barnett's Mega
So
Sour.
we're gonna have you take one of these.
This one?
Yep. Or you can take two if you want.
No, I'll start with one.
Okay. And
I see Adam's face. He's looking a little like, oh,
They were
man.
going to just pass me again.
So you guys are gonna take
Good
these
luck.
down.
gosh.
I'm gonna count you down. You'll pop them in, and I'm gonna ask you rapid fire questions. So you got
Okay.
10 of them, okay? So as we get down to the bottom, though, you'll suck off most of the sour.
So after, I would say, maybe a solid 2 minutes, depending on how you're swooshing it around in there, it turns into a regular candy, and then when you bite into it, it has like the sour stuff in the middle.
Okay.
Outside's the worst.
So it leaves and comes back.
Yes. unless you bite into it, then you're just going to get it all at once. But the
Okay.
outside is the worst, so...
So be prepared.
Yep. 3, 2, 1, go. All right.
Oh, almost swallowed it. Oh my God, that would have been terrible.
All right. What is your favorite present you ever got?
Oh God! Not the carpet shampooer.
Carpet shampooer?
For Valentine's Day one time. No, I said not that.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. It's sour.
It's sour.
Mine's gonna be Power Ranger toys when I was little.
Oh God!
All right.
That's it's hard to answer. Oh no.
What's the next one?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll move on. Last movie you watched?
The Notebook with my daughter.
Mine was in the Harold and Kumar. Go to White Castle.
Oh, that's a good one.
We watched it in the office today.
What's one place you don't want to visit?
Where they make these sour things. These things suck.
I have no desire to go to like North Dakota.
Okay.
You know.
Okay. All right. What was your worst job you ever had?
I want to say Bob Evans. I worked
Bob
in
Evans?
the smoking section, so
The
I would
smoking
yes,
section of Bob
right
Evans.
before they
That would
quit
be
with
awful.
the smoking in the
Oh
public.
my gosh.
What was the rapid fire?
What was your worst job you ever had?
I don't know. All weren't too bad.
Ooh, okay, it's so
I guess
exciting.
anywhere with that has like real bad
Did
management.
did it rhyme with Bosco?
Yeah. I think it was Moscow. That was fun. I met a lot of friends, but it's any place that has really bad management and they want to try to tell you to do something. It's just like, dude, I've been working here for a really long time.
Yeah.
Just walk away.
I hate
walk
being
away.
micromanaged. Like
yeah.
someone has to like sit over my shoulder.
So much micromanagement.
Like I'm gonna give you the Helga Pataski. Like get out.
Wabi-sabi.
Wabi-sabi.
I get it right?
You did.
If you had to pick one candy to eat for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Milky Way.
Oh, like the
That is a good
the extra caramel one.
Yeah, or Sour Patch Kids would be a close number 2, but probably Milky Way.
Okay. What do you, Adam?
This is candy or?
Yeah. Would it be Barnett Sours?
No. Not even close. Nothing sour. Nothing sour at all. I would say something Reese's. I like Reese's peanut butter.
Okay. Reese's Pieces?
Pieces,
Is it Reese's
cups.
Pieces or is it Reese's Pieces?
Reese's Pieces.
Reese's Pieces?
Reese's Pieces.
So it's not Reese?
Reese Pieces?
No. Is Reese like Reese's? Reese's cups?
Is it Reese's or Reese's?
You say is it
Oh, I think
Reese's?
it's Reese's cup.
It's Reese's?
I always call it Reese cup.
Yeah, I thought it was Reese.
Now we're saying it too much. I'm not quite sure which one. It's like Tommy Boy. Roads.
Roads.
Roads. You said it so much, I don't know anymore. Placebo effect. I like the cups with peanut butter and chocolate. And the eggs.
But I just want to know. I just want to know if Reese's Pieces are they called Pieces or is it Pieces?
Pieces.
So it's Reese's Pieces.
I think it technically would be.
Reese's?
I think it's Reese's Pieces.
because I've always called
It's
it
not
Reese's.
PCs.
I've always called it Reese's Pieces.
Me too.
Just a common thing there. Reese's Pieces.
Right there. How would you say that?
I would say Reese's Pieces. Reading
Reese's Pieces.
Yeah.
But if I say it quick, it's Reese Piecey.
Yeah, it's Reese's Pieces.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Reese's Pieces.
I like them.
Yeah,
Thems.
I like those.
Touche.
What is your favorite type of dessert?
Strawberry cheesecake.
Ooh, all right.
Hands
All
down.
right.
Mine's
We just delivered one of those on our last show. It's for Allison's
Or
birthday.
raw cookie dough. Raw cookie dough is very
yeah.
close.
Yes.
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 mint chocolate chip.
Nice.
Anything. I
That's
love,
pretty bussin' too.
I love it.
What is your craziest party story?
Oh. So one time I was like just graduated high school. Of course I was not underage drinking. And I was at a friend's house. My friend's dad decides he wants to take a ride with me on the 4-wheeler. I don't know what his story was or what he had been doing, but it wasn't the same as what I had been doing. So we take off on the 4-wheeler. We arrive back and I'm like, dang, like I'm all wet. Like what happened? Dude done peed his pants all over me.
No.
And literally I had to say it was better to be pissed off than pissed on. Like,
Damn.
like in
Oh
real
my
life.
Gosh.
That was probably like no other story could trump that. I was not expecting. I was not happy about it.
Yeah.
If dude wouldn't have been old, I probably would have like
Reese's
whooped
Pieces
him
afterwards.
You know, that would have been incredible.
That sucks.
Unfortunately, I just
Yeah.
got a really cool 4-wheeler ride and beat on. Yeah, my full grown man.
What about you, Adam? Craziest party story.
No. Craziest party story. I don't. Maybe for when we had my 23rd birthday.
Okay.
Toodly do.
Yeah,
The only thing I think
yeah.
of, long story short, we had like 150 people show up.
In a town that we were not even that we didn't even know we were going to.
And
that night.
what I really liked is we got 2 kegs and we put them in the trash cans and just filled the trash can with snow to keep them cold instead of using ice. And
Yeah.
it's like,
And we
real?
also drew tally marks on Adam's chest with a permanent marker of how many shots
I
he
was
doing.
23 and they're like, he's like, you're gonna do 23 shots. I'm like, I'm going to the hospital.
Yeah,
I'm going to the hospital.
I started very early. I started like at 9:30 a.m.
Yeah.
and stopped at 12, and I was literally
Because we traveled down there like on a Friday and then we
lifted
partied
up my
on
shirt
Saturday.
and you just see like tally marks on my stomach, and I was like, yeah, let's go. That's all I can think of at the moment.
I was always the lightweight that would throw up before I could get to that point, and I'd be embarrassed and have to go home. And
That's why I tried to start really early that day.
yeah,
Yeah.
I had over
Yeah, we did
12
start-
hours.
We did start early.
Yeah. Well, I had to do 23 shots. I had
Do
to
you remember?
start
Do you
as
remember?
fast as I
You remember
could.
the neighbor that came knocking on the garage door?
So we were done again. I was done drinking around 12 o'clock, and we're slowly still partying in the garage. Everyone's leaving. It's like the main people living at the house. It's
Yeah.
like 5 people.
Yeah, there was probably like
5,
5 or
6.
6 of us.
We're literally in the garage chilling, and all you hear is we open the garage like side door, and he was like, "Can I help?" And I answered. I'm like, "I don't know who it is." I was like, "Hey, can I help you?"
It
He's
wasn't
like,
even. Yeah, because it wasn't our house.
Yeah, and his brother's an extra neighbor, and I'm like, "Can I help you?" He's like, "Oh man, it's 4 a.m." I'm like, "Oh," he's like, "Can you just turn it down?" I was like, "Oh my god, it is 4 a.m." Yeah, I'm so sorry, dude. Like, oh my gosh, like had the music. It was only 5 of us at that time. We still had the music, like it was still partying. Wow, yo, man, it's 4 a.m. You turn it down. I'm like, oh my, it is 4. I am so sorry, sir.
yes, absolutely.
So funny. Never forget that.
What is one thing about you no one knows?
There's the middle. That's foul.
So there's the middle.
I know. I keep feeling like fizzle out just a tiny bit. I'm trying to have the guts to just bite it.
It has like some sort of I forget what it's called.
Like a fizz.
It's like a fizzy sour in the middle.
Okay, something nobody knows about me. I'll show you a skill.
Okay.
Okay. So I learned how to do this on Nickelodeon for watching all that.
Oh,
When I was
love
in, like
all that.
4th grade.
Yes.
Okay. So we got the wave frontwards.
Wow.
And
Okay.
sideways.
Okay. That's
What?
crazy.
And the other way.
How do you do that?
I don't know. I learned
That's
from all
crazy.
that. I have no idea.
The only thing I learned
I can just do the barrel.
the barrel. I can
This?
now I can turn them both ways
Yeah.
and do the barrel. But apparently, I found out like there's only certain DNA people that can do like the
full
clover
flip?
leaf, or some people can't even do that. Some people cannot even flip their
I
tongue
know.
over. Some people can't even flip their tongue back unless they're
Really?
holding it with their tongue. Some people can do like the 4-leaf, 3-leaf, 4-leaf clover. I'm like,
Yeah.
I
can't quite do
any-
that.
But it's all with
You guys are
like,
making me do all these tongue movements. I feel like I'm on a extra on the Ringer.
Jeez. Louise. Wow. But yeah, that's yeah. All that's
you
crazy.
said something nobody knows
Scratch
about
my
me.
CD and plain daylight.
That's the only thing I could think of.
That's good.
Nobody has ever seen me do that.
All right. All right. What about you, Adam?
I don't know.
We've been a pretty much open book on this show.
Maybe I had 2 surgeries on right above my tailbone / butt crack of getting cysts removed, and now it looks like I have a extra tall butt crack. So
It
if
is
you
true.
see me bend over,
It's
it's,
very
not
true.
really my butt crack. It's just a scar. It looks like it.
Fun fact.
It's true.
fact.
It is true. It's true. It moves me every day, but it's just a scar.
Is it a scar?
Just a scar.
All right. What was the most expensive trip you ever took that you didn't think was going to be expensive?
That's a good one. I don't know.
This is a good one.
See if I figure it out. I'm just like, nope. not
Anywhere
doing it.
we go, unless just my husband and I go alone,
Yeah.
everything costs more than I expect it's going to. We got 5 kids.
$8 for a Bud Light.
Right.
And I don't know what would be a spot like that at. Not sure.
I came up with this question because I'm in the process of booking a vacation right now.
Miami.
I'm going for the
Very
first time
expensive.
in my life. I will be traveling west of the Mississippi River next month. We're going to Lake Tahoe.
Nice.
I've only been like east or Caribbean.
I hear that's
Lake Tahoe
great.
is nice.
I heard
I've
it's
heard
great.
that.
Heard
Yeah.
it's super nice. Super. That's actually a really rich area too. There's a lot of
Is
like
it?
celebrities that live in Lake Tahoe. There is.
Hopefully, I see somebody.
Yeah.
Last expensive place I went to was Siesta Key, and I didn't know that was like ritzy area in Florida.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that was probably the most expensive trip because I was expecting it to just be
Yeah.
like beach chilling, but even
Sure.
a pop's like $20. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to.
Siesta Key. Sorry, real quick. I went to Siesta Key when I was 10. That's when we went to the Disney. Was it Land or World in Florida?
Disney World.
Disney World is in Orlando.
That's where I
Yeah.
went, and they actually stayed in Siesta Keys when I was 10. And we
Nice,
just went with
nice.
like literally like 4 different families. And we all like had like a little condo area where the pool's in the middle, and everyone just had their own side of the building and like on the other side. So when I was 10, I remember a lot.
That is by far my favorite beach. It's like the sand is like powdered sugar.
Yeah.
And no matter how
That's
hot
awesome.
it gets,
It really
never
was
heats
nice.
up. It's
Ours was
always cool
right
sand.
across the street. As soon as we got there, I love swimming in water so much. That as soon as we got out of the van, my dad had to run, snatch me up because I was about to run into traffic. Because literally right across the street, beach was right ocean. I was like, I've never
Yeah.
seen it. I was like, oh.
Yeah. That's where we're leaving for Miami Beach in about a week.
Yeah, I mean,
Nice.
And we're gonna stay in South Beach for the first couple of days, and then we're gonna go up to North Beach and stay the rest of the trip. It's for a wedding. One of my buddies are getting married, so me and my wife decided that we're gonna spend that first half of the trip just me and her, kind of exploring
Nice.
and doing stuff. South Beach is expensive.
Yeah.
she's been waiting to like the last minute as possible just to try to see if the price would go down. But I mean, like it's so. It is though. It's pretty pricey. I feel like it's almost anywhere with airfare.
It
nowadays.
is.
That's true. What is your go-to karaoke song?
That's a good one. I mean, I have like 2 handfuls. I'm
Yeah,
like,
you have a
all right,
plethora.
What am I gonna throw down first today?
In Sync.
Hey,
Bye bye.
Hey, did you know that in a couple days it's gonna be May?
I think my favorite thing is like the memes where his hair looks like ramen noodles.
Yes.
Oh, the good old days.
Old Justin Timberlake and the whole Gene get up.
Old chicken noodle hair.
It was the dream of all my teenage years. All of them.
Old ramen top.
Old top ramen.
Old Tom ramen.
I would say my go-to karaoke song. There's a song by Rihanna and Paul McCartney and somebody else. It's called 4 or 5 Seconds.
Okay.
I've never actually sang it karaoke live,
Okay.
but I sing it karaoke in my car all the time. And my daughter's
you
like
have-
taking a couple videos of me and threatened to put it on TikTok. I'm like, damn, I sound pretty good, and maybe you should. I don't know.
Throw it up. I don't care. Good.
Didn't you just do karaoke tonight?
Well, I didn't sing. I just held the space for my friends to sing.
Oh, you turned
we
it-
did
you
like
turned the
some
mic
Friends
on.
in Low Places and Redneck Woman.
You were the person
Okay.
that goes, "Who's next?" Not me. Who's
Yep.
next though?
Come on.
That's cool.
Awesome. All right. Well, hey, before we get into current events, we got some treats we're gonna try from.
Oh?
I believe it's Korea. Mm-hmm. I think it's.
believe so.
We got some Korea snacks. We're gonna give it a shot here.
Korea.
Let's go ahead and pass these out here. Ooh, there's 6 of them, so there's 2 for each of us to give a shot of.
I don't know if I want to get. This says the word fish on it.
Well, we'll have our guests try it.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, you can do some more sour stuff.
Okay.
Popo, Murukuru.
Popo Jojo.
Here's a baggy.
It's all you.
Okay. And then potato crisp,
Okay.
lucky cocoa candy, and then peanut stick wafers.
All right, pass them out. Who do you want to eat what?
You guys can have.
I don't want this fish thing.
That's what I said. I'm like, I don't know if I want to pass this fish.
We'll try it. Here,
Why
we'll do
does
this.
candy
Give
say
me-
fish?
Give me
You want a switcher?
anything else.
Sure.
What's this here?
I'll try the fish.
Potato.
Screw it.
I'm gonna try the sour thing because I haven't ate nothing sour yet today.
Buggy.
By the way, Popo
Popo Jojo.
Maruko Icon has a new look.
Alrighty.
So we're going to do the fish Maruka.
All right, I'm gonna try
gonna go-
the cocoa candy here first.
I'm going to go tomato flavored potato crisp.
What in the world?
This is a potato cracker.
this?
Okay. Yours is chocolate.
I don't know what those are.
Ooh.
Cocoa candy.
Okay, this looks like a there's a bunch of them. I thought I could just get one.
So Adam's eating are those
fish thing?
crackers?
I don't know what it tastes like.
Goldfish?
All right, let me taste one.
I don't know if it's. I don't think that's fish. I don't know what it's supposed to taste like.
It tastes like regular crackers.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go tomato flavored potato crisp. Oh my god, it tastes like straight up tomato soup.
Does it really?
Sweet.
Like Willy Wonka style. Yeah.
What?
I swear to God.
Roast beef and mashed potatoes. I can feel
The
it right down my
schnozberries are
throat.
schnozberries. It's literally the most realistic
Try
tasting
one of those,
tomato soup
too.
I've ever tasted.
That was literally. It's like goldfish without the cheese.
Wow.
I would eat this all day. That is so good.
Those crackers taste like tomato soup.
Whoa.
What in the world?
So
That is
thin.
like
Should you chew it? It melts.
third dimension.
It's like you chew it and it turns into tomato soup. It's wild.
All right, I got some cocoa candy here.
Last time I looked like I ate one of those was with the
Wow.
Oasis. And they were really hot.
Those are good.
That tomato soup got me messed up. That is
Yeah.
so good.
Hook me up with a piece of chocolate.
What are these? Chocolates?
Cocoa candy.
Cocoa candy.
Cocoa candy.
Okay.
Those are hard.
It's like a Tootsie Roll.
Yeah.
I'm still tasting tomato.
Yeah, me too.
Chocolate tomato.
Yeah.
I like the texture of them.
Yeah.
They're almost like a taffy.
Out of the three, though, those tomato ones, those were good.
That was incredible.
What's the third thing? The fish thing. I didn't try the fish.
So
Yeah.
I don't know what if it is fish. It says
It says fish on there.
I don't know. They don't taste like fish. They don't smell like fish. It tastes
No
like
smell.
they said like almost like a goldfish without the cheese. I don't know what that tastes
And then
like.
I have so my next one up is
you
a
got one?
brain blaster
Oh, you're gonna do the sour,
sour lollipop.
That's kind of weird. Weird texture.
right? It's like
It's unpleasant crunch.
Yeah, super crunchy, super crunchy. Tomato,
Popo Jojo.
tomato soup crackers.
Yo, the tomato soup
Great.
crackers are good.
Those. We need to save that wrapper because I'm gonna get a whole box of those.
Yeah, those things are bussin'.
Put them in my tomato soup. Those
Oh
are
my
good.
gosh, can you? Oh yeah.
Or put them on a grilled cheese.
Ooh man.
Like, oh man, like the turkey with Pringles. Like the grilled cheese with the tomato soup cracker.
this
Can you imagine?
Bussin'. Yeah. Hell
This is
yeah.
a level 3 on the scale
Level
of
3.
1 to 5.
That's all that was in there?
Yeah.
Oh God. Good luck.
So you're going to lick one side and he's going to lick the other side.
That sounds like American Pie.
Same time. Same time. Where did it go? It said level 3 out of 5. Pretty sour.
That's
Yeah.
looking pretty 3-ish. Maybe 4-ish.
Here, compared to this. Purry, put one of these in your mouth. That's what she said.
Tastes like Coca-Cola.
That was not that color when you put it in your mouth.
Got to dip it in the sour stuff, right?
Oh, so it's got the whole bunch of sour stuff. It's like the
Juicy
fun
drop
dips.
style.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say it was straight purple when you put it in your mouth, and now it's red. What happened?
Oh,
Wow.
Just eat all of that. Put all of the powder in your mouth.
okay.
How much is in there? Hold on. How much is in there? I want to do that to you.
It's about to get real.
It's all filled.
I don't know. If I
filled
wanna
all
do
the way
that
at the
to you,
bottom.
buddy. Just like I didn't want to give you like the fish. I don't want to give the fish crackers out, which don't taste
I'll
like
do
fish.
it.
The
I'll
fish
do it.
crackers were not too bad.
You've done a lot of stuff on here. I haven't done that much.
All right, man.
I can do this.
I've had a couple of those sour things. The least you could do is
Just take a mouthful of powder.
yeah, sour
on the wild
sour power. Yeah,
Sour power.
powder.
All right.
Oh,
3, 2.
All right, I'm going to take it down.
there it goes. Oh man.
Let me see the face. Let me see
I'm waiting
it.
for him to cough. And all the powder to come out. Poof.
Cinnamon challenge.
Ooh, Billy.
Oh!
Dang, is that sour?
Oh, my God.
It's getting him all the way.
Okay. Feel my pain, bitch. Sorry.
Wow.
Wabi sabi.
Yeah, wabi sabi.
Oh, whoa.
Good stuff.
Bro, that was rough.
Sour.
Yeah.
Jeez. When I just got a regular sucker to wash it down.
What's it called? Brain blasters?
Yeah, brain blasters.
It looked like you experienced that for a minute.
I think you're going through some transformations, man.
Oh my gosh,
You should have meditated. You probably could have got through it better.
that was rough. That was rough. All right, what do you guys got left?
Man. Are we
got
doing more?
Baggy baggy.
yeah.
Peanut stick wafers.
All right, give them a shot.
Oh, actually, it's perfect. Here's one for you.
Oh, thanks.
One for you.
All right.
Sorry if you can't taste it.
I think I'm going to like this crisp. This looks like a pleasant crisp. There's nothing inside.
Was it just me or did it taste like kind of like smoky at first?
It did, but I got like a vanilla chunk, and now I don't know if it's just on the end. On the end, I bet it was like it tastes like something vanilla, and then.
See, I'm tasting peanut butter.
Yeah, I taste.
Oh
peanut
man,
butter.
I'm sorry, peanut butter. Why am I saying vanilla?
I taste peanut butter.
My sour thing has got my taste buds messed up.
Yeah,
That wasn't bad.
that was pretty sour.
It reminds me of the inside of a Kinder Bueno.
Yeah,
so good.
Those are my number one top favorite. I should have
are
said
good.
that instead of Milky Way.
Those are good.
All right, change it to Kinder Bueno.
Yeah, I could change it to Kinder Bueno.
Solid choice.
Let's go baggy baggy.
Baggy.
Stick Jajang Parisa Chocolat.
Ooh,
Chocolate corn stick,
Ooh.
a.k.a.
Corn on the cob.
Sounds
the
like
chocolate style.
Sounds like prison.
Ooh, looks like a log.
Whoa, it's like a stogie.
You ready to handle that thing?
Sheesh.
What in the world? Is it soft or hard?
There's a miniature hole in the center. You can see down there, Adam. Just take a bite off of it. It's a chocolate corn stick.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. Heard that. That sounded like a hard styrofoam.
It was really uncomfortable.
Like
in
a
my
chocolate
mouth.
cheesy puff?
But extra hard.
Oh,
Like a chocolate cheesy puff?
tastes like.
Like kind of like styrofoam. Like it really feels it? No.
Yeah.
What's that cereal?
Cocoa
Cocoa
Puffs?
Puffs.
Oh.
It is a
Cocoa Puff?
massive Cocoa Puff.
Oh, so I bet if you had some milk, dunk it in there.
That would be perfect.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe that's why there's
Next level Oreo.
There's a thing in the middle for making a straw.
Oh, yeah.
Bruh.
Maybe one more bite just for good measure.
Yeah.
Chocolate corn stick.
Man.
Baggy
Texture is really messing with my mind.
Yeah?
The flavor is great, but the texture is really weird.
This messed with my mind right here.
Have another one of them.
I'm
Tomato soup chip. Yeah.
That tastes more like tomato soup than some tomato soup I've had.
I agree. I agree.
Yes.
I agree. Yeah, don't buy family value tomato soup. Just go here.
Like,
and the way
you
it
say in your
melts.
comment, you're like the Willy Wonka. It's like it literally tastes good. You chew it 2 or 3 times and it just completely melts. It's like that's so good.
Is that a type of cracker? If you had a whole entire bag, you could just sit and eat them?
Oh, yeah.
It would be over
For
with.
sure.
And murder that bag.
It's so good that I would destroy that bag and I'd be like, I'm going to the store to get another bag.
Not even feel bad.
No, that is really good.
I don't know what those are. I have no idea what those are.
No. Those
No idea.
fish chips?
Ugh.
I think I'm done on this corn log.
Here you go, Adam.
Whatever it's called.
Take it down.
Corn log? Cocoa Pebbles.
Cocoa Pebbles.
But a little bit more foamy.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Do you want some?
No, I'm good.
Sorry.
I'm resonating in tomato soup right now.
But for real, it tastes like a stick of Cocoa Pebbles, absolutely. That was really good.
My son would be in hog heaven about that. That's his number one favorite. He literally like 3 bowls at a time in one sitting.
Hell
Really?
yeah.
He would love that.
Oh my
That
gosh.
was good.
I saw a place just recently on the internet. And I think it's actually close by. It's in like Fort Wayne or something like that. Called like the cereal box. Have you heard about it?
I've heard of that.
Where's it at? Do you know?
No, I don't. But I've heard of it.
And apparently they have Adam, this is maybe we should take a trip there. Maybe they'll see if they'll let us do a podcast
I
there.
do love cereal.
But apparently they have buckets of cereal that you eat out of.
Wow.
What's your favorite cereal?
Oh, me? Man, there's so
Top
many.
fave. Got to pick one.
Reese's Puffs.
Yeah, Reese's Puffs got to be up there.
If they have the old style, it's the cereal that looks like waffles.
Oh, the honeycomb?
Yeah.
Honeycomb was amazing.
Those were good.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch is the top fave. I also like Golden Grams.
Oh,
Raisin
there
Bran.
we go. Golden Grams.
No.
I love the raisins. I
Bran?
don't
What are you,
know.
85?
I love that crap. I love it.
Two scoops.
Raisin
Two
Bran.
scoops raisin.
2 scoops of
Yes.
raisins.
I do. I love that little burst of sweetness and the weird texture.
Oh,
I get you.
gosh,
Okay.
I can't do Raisin Bran.
Man, there are. If you gave me down the
Honey
cereal
Nut
aisle.
Cheerios.
Maybe with like a spoonful of sugar.
What's really good is the off-brand cereal that's on the very end. Has a big bag of s'mores.
Oh.
Where it literally has like Golden Grams, Cocoa Pebbles, and then you just add in marshmallows. I'm like,
Wow.
oh my God, this is so good. Man,
Fruity Pebbles. I could get down with those once in a while.
Cocoa Pebbles. Yeah, I guess that what we just ate kind of tastes like the Cocoa Pebbles. Yeah. It's really
Okay,
good.
so it's in Ohio. Apparently, it's called the Cereal Bar. One bowl, the Cereal Bar.
Okay,
It's in Fostoria.
that's where I bought my old past dog Jack Russell named Milo.
Oh, really?
It's Fostoria.
I have a dog that I now believe is mostly Jack Russell. When I got him, I thought he was a wiener dog. So we named him Dickie. And he looks nothing like a wiener dog.
Really?
Yeah, nothing at all. He jumps 10 feet in the air. He weighs about 30 pounds, and he's white and brown. You would never know both of his parents look like straight up wiener dogs. So he's like
Interesting.
a large white and brown dog that jumps 10 feet in the air named Dickie.
Yeah, I was gonna say the wiener dogs don't jump.
No.
So,
Not 10 feet.
Apparently, apparently they have a challenge where you get a massive bowl of cereal.
Bowl or bucket?
Bowl. Like it's like a bucket though. But basically, participants get to spin a cereal wheel 5 times to decide what cereal goes into your bowl, and yes, you have to mix them.
Ooh.
I'd be all right with that.
What do you win if you win? If you eat all your cereal?
You get it for free.
I don't know.
Get a free misery day with belly aches.
And a t-shirt.
Get your name on the wall. Says a cereal bar in Northern Ohio is challenging its guests to a serious beat the clock competition involving a whole lot of cereal and milk. One bowl, the cereal bar, which is located in Fostoria, Ohio, hosts a one bowl challenge. It costs $25. That ain't nothing.
That ain't bad.
Participants are given 25 minutes to finish a ginormous bowl called the Hungry Bowl. The Hungry Bowl contains around 20 cups of cereal, which is around 2.5 boxes of cereal.
Whoa.
Depending on the brand, here's the catch. You do not get to choose what cereal goes into the Hungry Bowl. Participants get to spin a cereal wheel 5 times to decide what cereal goes into your bowl. And yes, you have to mix it. There is, however, an option on the wheel that says you pick. So there's that. Participants also get a gallon of milk inside their cereal bowl.
Hell yes. Gotta
The
have
cereal bar says you do not have to finish the milk in order to win.
Okay, just a cereal.
Only the cereal.
Milk alternatives are available as well.
Oh, okay, like almond.
This
like
isn't
oat milk.
and it's not a team effort. One participant must finish the bowl themselves. You must schedule to enter the one bowl challenge 24 hours in advance. If you're able to complete the bowl of cereal in 25 minutes, you'll win a cash prize, a t-shirt, a picture on the Wall of Fame, and bragging rights. The cereal bar says as of Sunday, the cash prize was at $160, but the cash prize goes up by $5 every time someone fails the challenge.
What? Where does it start at when someone wins it? Does 100 to start at 100 and then it goes up probably?
it'll go back down. It goes back down.
$5?
Probably. Yeah.
Damn, that sucks. You spent $25 for a big old bowl of cereal. What do you get?
$5.
Thank you, holla.
Write your name on the wall.
Yeah. That's crazy though. It's in Ohio, dude. We need to go
Yeah,
there.
I love some cereal.
We should see if
can
they.
smash it.
We need to send them some stuff for the show and see if they'll let us shoot a show there.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
That would be awesome.
That'd be really
That
cool.
would be so cool to do the live challenge eating it.
right,
You
right,
just-
dude. I
you
could.
two-
I think I would
Okay.
demolish.
We'll have you just eat your bowl of cereal, and then whoever guest we have, we'll just sit here and talk while you eat through the whole 20. I mean, it's only 25 minutes.
And 2.5 boxes of cereal, a gallon of milk. You have a gallon of milk available.
Yeah,
You don't have to finish the gallon.
But you have to spin
5 different flavors.
Spin the wheel.
No control over what you get.
Man, that's tough.
You're getting
After
shredded Wheaties.
I would do it.
Shredded
Really?
Wheaties.
Oh yeah, I love those.
Raisin Bran, and then some grape nuts.
Dude, oh my gosh.
And throw little honey bunches of oats for some sweetness.
Honey bunches of oats, and then it's going to be like Lucky Charms.
Checks.
Yummy.
So they do shakes there also. They have a Peeps and S'mores shake.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, this place is crazy.
Yeah, we're definitely coming at you
Yeah.
sometime in the future. What's it
As far
called?
as, the cereal bar.
The cereal bar.
Yeah. So it's in Fostoria, Ohio. Where's Fostoria? That's not too far.
No,
It sounds like it's close. I know I've heard of it quite a few times.
Fostoria, Ohio. It is from here, from Walpock. It is an hour and 5 minutes away.
Dude, yeah. That's
66
not bad.
miles.
Yeah, we're doing that.
It is northeast. It is.
Oh, it's up at Findlay.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, cool.
Pretty close to Bowling Green too, right next to Tiffin.
Yeah, yeah.
I was thinking it was.
We go to Findlay
reasonable.
quite a bit for work, so we'll have to do that.
Yes. So like both of us are gonna try it.
Yeah, why
So
not?
we try the challenge. So just
Get we'll get Donovan in there.
just take down 6 boxes of cereal, 3 gallons of milk. Oh my god!
And then,
Jeez,
We're here for the challenge.
I'm here for the $5.
I'm here for my $5. All right, let's get into some current events, guys.
Let's do it, Lars.
All right. Bam Margera, obviously, seeks to dismiss the Jackass Forever lawsuit against Johnny Knoxville and Paramount.
Okay.
So apparently he's come to the conclusion that it's in his best interest to just dismiss it because after he has seeked out law advice, he realized that he had a baseless lawsuit. Basically, there was nothing there. So
you remind me a lot of the guy that used to be on his show.
Done.
I was going to say, I think his name is also Adam. That's not you, is it?
No, they had Ryan.
Adam Dunn used to play for the Reds.
Adam Dunn. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
I've actually
Thank
got
you.
that,
Yes.
which is weird. You say that the Jackass cast. I've actually got that a few times in my life.
You have the personality,
When
I
I
could
moved
see it
to
happening.
Texas, they're like, "Are you Ryan?" I'm like, "Me, Adam." I'm like, "No, okay, you're not him." I'm like, "Sorry."
Didn't mean to disappoint you.
Right? It'd be like cool if you were.
Be a lot cooler if you were. Kim Kardashian says recently on the Ellen show that she would rock an adult diaper if it was for fashion.
Wow.
Says so. She was talking about how to put it to context a little bit. Kim Kardashian is basically on the Ellen show, and she was talking about that her normal wear is usually just sweatpants and a t-shirt and no makeup. But when she goes out, she will literally wear anything for fashion. And she said she will wear it she will be uncomfortable, and it does not matter to her. She does it for the publicity.
So get ready to see Kim Kardashian in a giant diaper.
All while rocking
A
also
giant
a fake
diaper.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fake butt in the diaper.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be a big ass diaper.
Like, look at that duck waddle. What's she got
Waddle,
under
baby,
there?
wobble.
All right. Elon Musk offers to buy Twitter. Says he can unlock its extraordinary potential if they let him buy it.
What's left on Twitter to do?
I have no idea, but it's Elon Musk. I'm sure he'll find something.
That's true. That's
And he
true.
has a lot of money.
I don't even have a Twitter. Actually, I lied. I made one years and years and years and years and years ago.
Years and years and years and years.
Never used it.
I ain't never tweeted.
Never. I mean, if I did, I don't remember. It might have been like, "Hey, just practicing this," and then I'm just like, I don't know. What
Never
this is.
tweeted again.
Never. I'm like,
And
I don't need more.
a lot of athletes got to watch what they post on Twitter, man. They watch that like
Oh,
hard.
bet.
yeah, they do.
I
Watch
want
it
to say
like
I remember
hard.
hearing the most tweets about Trump.
Yeah,
Like
probably.
in reference to Twitter, I want to say Trump is like most closely connected with that.
Yeah, he's
Yeah, for
him.
sure.
Elon Musk could really help him out when he buys Twitter.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, hey, you're forever unbanned. Do whatever you want, man.
Yeah. So we heard a couple episodes ago, we were talking about how Jack Harlow is going to reboot the movie White Men Can't Jump. And it was supposed to be a rapper was actually supposed to be the opposite of him, which would be the Wesley Snipes character. And it was supposed to be, I believe, Quavo or somebody from Migos, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Anyway, that's not going to happen now. It's now going to be Sinqua Walls. Have you ever seen the shark movie, like with all the sharks in the lake or whatever? He was in that movie. Sinqua Walls was. He actually looks like Dwayne Wade. He could probably play a pretty good basketball player, I'm sure. So
There's a.
pulling up a picture of him.
I was just trying to see if like who they could see, who they have casting for the second one.
It's gonna. Jack Harlow's playing Woody Harrelson's character.
Right. I was just seeing like the original.
Oh, who was supposed to be it?
Yes.
Yeah. This is Sinqua Walls here.
Okay, I see.
Sinqua.
Yeah.
That sounds like a really cool name.
Yep.
That's what I pulled up.
He's played in a lot of. I don't know if he's played in a lot of cool movies, but he's played in quite a few. Actually, I think he was in The Boys. Maybe not. I don't know.
Maybe.
He's played in a couple different things though. I'll pull up his Wikipedia page here. He was in Friday Night Lights. He was also in The Secret Life of American Teenager.
Ooh, I love that.
Okay.
Yeah?
I used to.
Do you remember seeing him in there?
Not at all.
No.
No.
No, I don't recall.
I remember the girl and her baby.
Movie wise, he played Malik Williams in the movie Shark Night in 2011. That's what I remember him from.
Okay.
I don't know anything else that he played in. Television wise, he's been in Grey's Anatomy, Blue Mountain State. Love it. He was the Batman Barstow.
You know, he was in Blue Mountain State. I think he was Craig Shiloh's dude that came in. He's like, "Oh, Batman!"
Yeah,
he ended up,
Batman Barstow.
and he ended up getting peed on at the end.
Yeah, he did. He's also been in CSI. He's also been in Once Upon a Time, Teen Wolf, Necessary Roughness. He was in the show Power, the show Breaks.
Wow.
The show Tales, and he is currently plays Don Cornelius in a TV show called American Soul.
Wow. So he's in a bunch.
Yep. So, but
Lot of TV.
he
That's
will
cool.
he will be he was just casted as the opposite of Jack Harlow. For
Oh, cool,
White Men
cool,
Can't Jump.
cool.
So,
That's badass.
do we have any Stranger Things fans here?
Whoop whoop.
Have you watched it?
Yeah.
I've not seen it.
I have. It's pretty good.
I watched
I thoroughly enjoyed
maybe
it.
like the first season, but it was like one of those things where I put on and I didn't really watch it.
I
liked
turned it on because everybody said it was great. I was about half an episode in. I'm like, I'm not seeing it. And I never picked it back up.
Once you start watching a couple episodes, it really starts to understand like what the hell is going on. Because first, I mean,
It's pretty sci-fi-ish.
It is, and what's cool that I really liked is it takes place in the simple days where you can get away with more stuff, which is like the 1980s and stuff like that.
Sure,
So it's real 80s themed and music and the Who and all the other stuff and Roswell style.
Oh, you're gonna love this, by the way. Guess what show I'm just now getting into? Ozark.
Oh, nice! I haven't watched.
You watched it?
I started it.
I haven't seen the final
finished
season,
it.
but that's good. Jason Bateman.
So I love Jason Bateman because I think he's hilarious.
Yeah, but
I loved
see
him in Couples Retreat. Loved him in what? Wait, was he in Couples Retreat?
I want to say
Yes.
yes.
Couples Retreat.
Okay, yeah, he was. Yeah,
Kristen Bell was his wife.
yes, he was in Couples Retreat. I also loved him in The Change Up with Ryan Reynolds.
Yes,
Hilarious.
Horrible Bosses.
Horrible Bosses and Horrible Bosses 2. Great in those.
Man, he's in a lot of good stuff. But yeah,
But I think he's hilarious.
He wrote, or I think he produced or directed Ozarks
Yeah.
while actually starring in it too.
But he still has his Jason Bateman funny-esque.
Yeah, he has
Isn't that
like
Even in
Stu?
Ozark.
Isn't that Stu on Hangover? Jason
No.
Bateman?
No.
That's Ed
Helms.
Yes, Ed Helms. You ever watch The Office?
Kinda.
It's the Nard dog.
Definitely gotta
Okay.
get into the office.
Good stuff.
I don't watch a lot of TV. Like I will binge watch something for a couple of days that you can't pry me away from it, and when it's
Sure.
gone, it's gone. And
Sure.
then I'll wait,
Gotcha.
another week or two or whatever, and then I do
Trying to
another,
find
do it
something
again.
else. Yeah,
Right.
Yep.
So J.R. Smith, do you remember J.R. Smith from the Cleveland Cavaliers? Are you a basketball fan at all? Watch a little bit of basketball? I don't really watch
Probably
it
not.
anymore. So,
sounds
but J.R. Smith, he played with LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers
Oh,
for a
okay,
little bit.
okay.
He was the one that actually totally messed up the shot clock. Didn't realize the clock was about to expire and held the ball. And LeBron James freaked out. There's a huge I mean, it's one of those moments in sports history where you're just what an idiot.
Gotcha.
But anyway, he reveals that when DVOC was going on, DVOC 19, that the NBA players that were in the bubble at the time were smoking weed all the time. And he said, we were blowing that shit down in there.
Snooping it up.
Jeez.
So, yeah. So he kind of just let all that go. But so we'll see.
This is for what?
It was for the NBA. He was talking
okay,
he was talking about during DVOC
Okay.
how the NBA players were in the bubble. He said that they were blowing it down
Really?
all over the place. So, and he's just telling everything right now.
Gotcha.
He's not playing in the NBA anymore. So
Oh, so he can let all the secrets out and
yeah,
stuff.
pretty much.
He can leak.
Yeah, he can leak. Yeah.
certain things that won't incriminate him.
Right. So we all heard about Gilbert Gottfried passing away
Yeah,
due
that's
to
terrible,
heart problems
man.
recently. Did you hear about that?
Gilbert Gottfried.
You know who Gilbert Gottfried is? Mm-hmm. The parrot on Aladdin.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was in what was that other movie?
He was in Problem Child as
Problem
the principal.
Child.
As like the
He was the principal.
Yeah.
Yep.
He was also. I mean, he was a.
He was
bunch
in
of
a
stuff.
ton of movies.
Yeah.
He was such a good actor.
He just has that voice, you know.
yeah.
You just
kind of a
can't get
higher
rid of-
pitched.
You look like you smell like Pete.
Yeah.
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 Oh, so on point.
Hollywood Squares. He's on all that stuff.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
that sucks, man. That
Yeah,
sucks.
so that was
Wow.
awful. On the NBA thing again, I know. But animal rights activists tried to glue her hands to the court during a Clippers game recently.
So I seen that, but I didn't know it was for animal rights. How does that?
How does that help animal rights at all?
I
don't
want to
know.
glue my hands to the court.
It was like hard super glue too. Like, but you have to like leave it there for a couple minutes.
yeah, I
right?
saw that.
Her handprint was like on the court though.
Yeah, she didn't have enough time to let it like.
No, because
Dry.
security, was,
They're just
security
like,
was like, "What are you doing?
hell
Get
outta
out of
here."
here!"
He's like, I love animals. Okay, so do I. Boop! Just kick her out. Like,
Yeah,
what's the
she
point?
Had no time to do anything.
I have no. Yeah, I didn't know what that was for. I mean, I now know what it's for, but I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah. Do you guys know the comedian Ali Wong?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, she just had a Netflix special come out.
Yeah.
Apparently, in this Netflix special, she talks about how much she really wants to cheat on her husband.
Was that the one that was like pregnant in one of her last specials?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So apparently, though, in her last special, though, or her most recent one, she talked about how much she claims that she really wants to cheat on her husband. But obviously, it's a show, right? It's a comedy show.
Right.
She's now getting a divorce shortly after that aired.
That sucks.
So, yeah.
Poor lady and her husband.
Don't think it turned out too well.
It's like just a bit. You're like, you really had that planned out, though. Right? I've seen this before. Have you already done this? Oh my god,
That would be so. Can you imagine the husband just like watching it for the first time? Like,
that's what I'm thinking. If I'm that husband, I'm like, bye.
bye,
here's my evidence.
boy, bye.
Yeah,
You want to go cheat? Have your way.
Yeah, apparently it's like a 5-minute skit where she just goes on and on about bragging how much she really wants to cheat on her husband. So I haven't actually seen it, but
Jeez, yeah, I'll have to go check that out.
I know. So, and then lastly we have here is The Rock now has his own wax figure, actually 4 of them, now around the world. Well, not in the world, but in the United States.
I'll say, how many wax museums are there?
Probably a bunch. I know there's Madame Tussauds in L.A.
Oh, so there's like more famous. He probably hasn't been
Yeah.
like the bigger ones.
Yeah, I would assume.
The
I would
Rock,
assume.
dude.
But they got one of him, like off the movie Rampage, where he's actually like swinging down from a rope.
Good movie. Good game.
There's- Yeah. There's another
the
one-
monkey?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. There's another one of him like cheersing somebody, like it looks like he's sitting down or whatever. There's another one of him. It looks like he's like in front of the cameras, like on the red carpet, and he's just like giving like a thumbs up. And I believe the other one of him is of him like actually taking a drink.
Okay,
But they look so real.
that's wild.
Have you guys ever been to one of the Max museums before?
I went to one in Myrtle Beach and one in Gatlinburg.
What do you
Okay.
think?
They were super cool.
Yeah?
Super cool. I was pleasantly surprised.
Have you ever seen like the animatronic ones?
I have in Disney, actually. Yes. We went to the I don't remember what it was called, but it was like all of the presidents, literally from George Washington all the way up to Joe Biden. Dudes were made of wax, and I was questioning if it was a robot or a human. I'm talking they're smiling,
that's
switching their
one of them I do
eyebrow,
remember when I was
standing
younger,
up,
yeah.
sitting down.
So I've never seen it, but I mean I've heard of them.
It was incredible. I mean, they're talking, and their facial expressions are
What?
changing as they are talking.
And oh my gosh, so are they like more like robotic then, or are they just more? But they're still wax figures.
They're a wax robot.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, that can literally stand up, sit down, walk, and
What?
operate. Yes,
It's called the Disney Presidential Hall, I believe
the
that's what it's
hall,
called. I'm
that's
pulling it
it.
up, and they look like. I mean,
it was incredible.
All
they
the
looked like
presidents.
Oh my
I was
But they're actually
questioning for the
moving.
longest time if it was an actor.
'Cause they're
like,
moving,
I
right?
genuinely,
Yeah.
I thought it was an actor, but it was a robot.
and then they just start. You're like, oh, that was pretty good robot.
circle.
But I do remember seeing something like that when I was 10 in Disney World. But the only other place I've been to was like an actual wax museum where they're just like just frozen
Like
in time. But
stationary, Sure. yeah.
I have seen something like that. Where I'm like, that's okay. That's not Abraham Lincoln. But,
Yeah.
that's Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah.
No lie, that's him.
Yeah.
He never went anywhere.
Honest Abe, right there.
And he's moving, but you said they're moving around and stuff. I'm like, this is
That's crazy.
scary. Get me out of here.
In Gatlinburg, they have one with like Godzilla hanging off the side of the building.
Really?
And
What?
I want to
How
say
big?
it's a huge.
Oh, really?
Like,
I've been
huge.
to, you said
billboard
Gatlinburg,
style.
Tennessee?
Yeah.
I've been there several times for vacation. How have I not seen
What
this?
is it? Pigeon Forge area is where it's at.
That's where we go every time. Pigeon Forward /
I'm still trying to do tongue
Gatlinburg.
movements over here. Still trying to do different tongue movements. I'm not very. I'm not very styled.
Trying to flip
like
them
you.
around more. Maybe it was like, when did you see the last time you saw was this Godzilla? How long ago? It's been a while since I've been there.
This
so maybe
year.
it's- oh,
This
so maybe it
year.
was like a
Yeah,
newer one.
2022.
Damn, that's awesome. Now I'm about to go back.
Right across the street from there's a Titanic like memorial, and then right next to there is the Hatfield and McCoys.
Oh, I want to
across
see
from
that
that.
so bad.
It
I'm a
was
big history
so
buff.
good.
I'm a big history buff.
Oh my god, it was so funny.
Really?
It was hilarious, and the food was great too.
I want to see the actual like Noah's Ark that they built. Have you guys heard of that?
And like Indiana,
Is it in Indiana? I thought it was in Kentucky.
I want like the
it's just-
Creation Museum that has a whole replica of the Ark.
Yeah, I think it's just called the Ark is what it's called. I can't.
That would be sweet to see what it looks
I
like.
know.
I want to say it's like right where Ohio, Kentucky, and Indiana all come together.
Oh, okay.
I might be wrong.
So it's like a museum?
Yeah, pretty much.
Just with a bunch of different
Essentially,
stuff? Or just one
it's
thing?
like a history museum, but with a Bible perspective.
Gotcha. Okay. I dig it. That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
The more you know. I mean, I like to know all of it.
If you don't know,
Creation
now you
Museum.
know.
I want to say that's what it's
Is
called.
that what it's called?
Creation Museum and like the
Oh, here it is, right here.
Tri-State Corner Connection.
Ark of Kentucky.
Oh.
Ark of Kentucky.
Think so. Is that the picture of it? I'm pulling it up right now.
Okay.
That is not it. That just shows me a fenced-in field.
Not it.
This is
Oh, here it is. The Ark Encounter. It's in. It's 45 minutes south of Cincinnati in Kentucky.
Okay. What's it called?
The Ark Encounter.
Ark Encounter.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Life-size Noah's Ark.
Dude, that'd be really
Ark
cool to
Encounter
see.
life-size Noah's Ark.
That'd be really cool to see.
Yeah. Tickets are $50.
Okay. Awesome.
So 38 for seniors, 25 for youth ages 13 to 17, and 15 for children 5 to 12.
I've heard awesome things about
Kids
that
under
place.
5 are free.
Okay. I never even heard of it, so that's awesome.
Yep.
That's really cool.
Yeah, I mean all that life-size stuff. There are like stuff that's so like I mean, it just puts you in that perspective.
Right. You're like, oh, they actually made this back then?
Right.
Dude, what?
It's in Frankfort, Kentucky.
You barely put together like a Lego tower without it falling down. Let alone all this other cool stuff. That's cool. That's awesome.
Open from 1 to 7 on Sundays and from 9 to 7 on Monday through Saturday.
So they're open every day.
Yeah. Yep.
That's cool. So we got a couple trips.
Creation Museum.
Oh, so they're like sisters, not
Yep.
the same place. Okay.
I think so.
Okay.
Visit our sister attraction, this Creation Museum.
What is the Ark Encounter?
Yeah.
So I'm going to look it up. How far Ark?
Well, it says 45 minutes from Cincinnati, so probably about 2 hours, 45 minutes. Almost 3 hours away then.
Okay, Ark Encounter. It says 2 hours and 22 minutes.
Oh, okay. Not bad then.
Ark Encounter Drive. It sounds like we need to hit some cereal challenge, and then go to the Ark Encounter Drive.
So the Creation Museum is in Boone County, Kentucky.
Okay, awesome.
Not too far away, it looks like.
I've heard really good things about that place, especially for kids.
Sure.
Especially for kids.
Yeah.
Really, that's cool.
Founder Ken Ham. Why does that name sound familiar?
I don't know. But yeah, it'd be really cool to go see. I mean, I would like going to see museums and seeing new stuff, and
Right.
even wax museums, especially when they look super real. And you're like, is this a real person or a robot?
Did you ever ride the pendulum unicycle at COSI in Columbus?
I never rode it,
Yes.
but I watched it.
I
I was really
stood in
young.
line for 30 minutes to ride it and chickened out when I sat
Did
on
you
it.
really?
Couldn't do it. Yeah.
See, I was really young, and when
You did it?
we went, yeah, and it's wild. I probably wouldn't do it now because I'm like, I don't know if this weight. I think this weight weighs more than because it's like just one big dangling weight still. Isn't
Correct.
it? Yeah, I was more confident then. Not now. Not now. Definitely. Not. So I get up there,
Literally
sort
on
of-
a
it's gonna
unicycle
flip.
on
Yeah.
a tightrope with
Just
the
go-
thing hanging
You just
underneath
look up
you.
and you're like 2 or 3 stories up, and you're like,
How does it work? So I mean, like,
it's all weighted.
It's weight. There's a unicycle on the tightrope.
Yeah.
And then it has this weight hanging underneath it, so you can't lean either way too far.
Yeah,
like the weight underneath helps keep you perfectly balanced.
It's maybe like on a 10-foot pole, but it's like a big. From what I've seen, it's like a giant cheese wheel, but it's like 300-400 pounds maybe. So when you're up on the top, no matter if you like tealed off, that just think like a grandfather clock, the big.
Yeah.
Like the fulcrum.
You're on the top of the
Oh,
fulcrum.
that's right. I remember seeing that now.
But you're just riding across.
And once you get to the end, you got to go a little faster, or else you get too slow to like make it up like the
And then you gotta
elevation
go
to
back
get to
and
the
you're
end.
like, okay, I'm almost here. And you gotta go back again. Okay.
Yeah, half of the way you pedal backwards. Half you
really?
pedal backwards, half you pedal forwards.
Yeah, it's wild.
That is
But
interesting.
yeah, it's fun. I've been there in years. I know you just went recently.
I didn't go. My kids and
Oh,
wife
that's
went.
right,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
right. That was their
I actually
away.
I actually had work that day, yeah.
We had season passes up until everything happened with, the C word, and it's never went like back to normal. But
a lot of stuff hasn't. A lot of stuff has went back, but hey.
there was a
Glad it's-
Ninja Turtle exhibit there that I was all about. I'm a total Ninja Turtle
What?
fan.
How did we
2
not
years
hear
ago,
about this?
whole Ninja Turtle exhibit. I'm talking like
Bro.
you could like get in potion, like wear the costumes. They had the whole 9. It was totally sweet.
Cowabunga.
Yes.
Heroes in a Half Shell.
Yes.
That's
Oh,
awesome.
man.
Yeah, they changed it up ever since. I probably went when I was 12th grade.
Yeah.
Last time I remember going.
12th grade or 12?
12th grade. Reese's Pieces.
Reese's Pieces. Reese's Pieces. All right. Hey, Megan, we want to thank you for coming on the show with us.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks
Thank
for
you for
good
having
stuff,
me.
man.
absolutely.
Good
Thank you
stuff.
for spreading all the positivity that you do with your business. Voices of Prosperity. For those of y'all who didn't catch that, VOP for short. Lima area. How can people get a hold of you? How can people team up with you?
Best way would be Facebook. We post all of our events, all of our fundraisers, any news on there, or on our website, voicesofprosperity.org. We do host mobile workshops. So say you have your family bachelorette party, corporate wellness. Our service is mobile. We are meant to overcome all those barriers that might keep you from enjoying what we do.
No excuses.
None at all. So we can come to you. You can come to us. And honestly, we love to help people relax and have fun.
Awesome.
Like truly, it is
Same
that
here.
Like
simple.
that kid said, comfortable.
Comfortable.
Yep.
That's
Yes.
cool.
Absolutely.
I dig it.
Yes.
Cool.
I dig it.
Well, there you go, guys. If you need to get a hold of Megan and want to team up with her and her people from VOP, Voices of Prosperity, go check out their Facebook page. She does a lot of really great work. We're super proud of what you do. We really love the positivity that you're spreading. It's
So much
amazing. And
positivity.
you're doing
That's so awesome.
amazing things. We can't wait to hear back from you later on down the road to see where you're at.
Oh, thank you so much, guys.
Absolutely. So thank you for joining the Social Guys. As
thank
always,
you.
Treg and Adam. Thank you, Clue Studio, for sponsoring the studio. Thank you, RMG, for sponsoring the show. The Social Guys, you can find us on anywhere you get your podcasts, Spotify, iHeartMedia, Apple Podcasts, YouTube. You know it. Later.
Bye.